they put on a show. You're not just listening to live music trying to sound like the album. You're listening to the album trying to sound like their live music. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. I'm finally back from my sabbatical to the States, which I'm sure you're all very sick of hearing about by now. And to say that my sleeping patterns are way off, even 2 weeks later, is an incredible understatement. Please excuse any bloodshot eyes. But I am back in the UK, working very hard, and I finally found my first gap to film another reaction during one of my lunch breaks. And excited. I needed your help. I've been itching to do more Epica, so I put a poll up in the YouTube community page and asked you to help me pick one, and the results are in. I'll put them over here. Turns out you all want me to look at a song called Beyond the Matrix, so I had a quick Google, found a live version. Love doing live versions, especially from this band. And I saw this video was released earlier this year on their YouTube channel, but actually was recorded as part of their 2017 Live at Zenith Paris concert. I don't know if any of the other stuff I've looked at that's live from them previously, if anything else is from this concert. I'm not sure if I'll be able to remember, to be honest, but let me know in the comments if that's the case. I'm sure you guys will know. Very excited. Can't wait. Without further ado, Epica Beyond the Matrix, live at Zenith. Let's see what you got.
Are you ready to jump
Yes.
beyond the Matrix?
Through the sky, beyond the matrix, what it's like to win it all.
Get in! Pause in there because I know how to count bars and because it frustrates some people, and I find that quite funny. That's a cool pause. Look at that. Some people don't like pauses, some people do, you know, deal with it. Might be the thumbnail. Now, also, here's another thing. I'm forever saying might be the thumbnail. It's never the thumbnail. You know, we'll see what happens. We're going to run this back immediately, and I'm smiling big because when you do reactions, and at least the way I do, and you try and, you know, explore a lot of different kinds of bands and music and genres, you find these bands that you really like, and you like them because they have extremely ownable signature sounds. But because I never want to pigeonhole myself and be one of those reactors who's obsessed, desperate for likes and views, so they only stick to one thing that's working, I guess, I haven't done Epica for a while, and I really like them. So I've got the signature sound in my head, but then when you hear it, it's like reinforced. It hits you right in the chest. This is awesome. I've gone back again because that's normally what I do if I like it. There were these cool little weird notes in the beginning, and then everything kicked in. Well, at least you think it does, but it's this teaser, kind of all working together. Very interesting. When everything kind of erupted and there was that kind of musical explosion, if you will, I really like how the guitars are not trying to be the main hero. Shout out Palm Mute Gang. They're just these pillars that are letting you know when the phrasing is changing to help emphasize that key. But strings, man, strings are beautiful things. If you've watched in my previous videos, I talk about how the attack on a bow pull, whether it's an actual live recording or it's emulated, the power isn't right in the beginning, it's somewhere towards the middle. So transitioning between the phases, you can hear that kind of wave. The keys are doing a really good job of being very intricate and linking some of that. Fire, 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 fire. Let's run it back.
Are you ready?
Yes, again.
Beyond the Matrix.
Through the sky, beyond the matrix, what it's like to win it all.
No, just a little bit back. This guy, the keyboard, needs to calm down immediately, but also never calm down, ramp it up by 10. Absolute fire, such presence on the stage, all of them. Performance. Like, let's just be clear about this. They are right at the top of that. They put on a show. You're not just listening to live music trying to sound like the album. You're listening to the album trying to sound like their live music. And the show looks amazing. Now, her dress looks somewhat familiar. I don't know if... I mean, she might use the same dress in different shows. I don't know anything about clothing or fashion. Look at me. I wear this hoodie and like 4 other t-shirts. This is incredible. I'm going to assume that is the chorus. You heard in the beginning, it was kind of a teaser, erupted into the music, then the vocals kicked in. Then you hear that properly, right? You hear it properly as a chorus. That, speaking of choruses, that choir chorus effect at the back with her voice being front and center is incredible. Operatic music, at least that kind of operatic vocal, and then distorted guitars and all these things, they're not traditionally happy sounds. They're traditionally aggressive, confrontational sounds, but somehow they, in this song, like, you can just bop your head, you're jumping up and down, she's running on the spot, she's getting some cardio in. It makes me happy. It's like a happy sound. It's like they've taken all these things. It's like if they were baking and they put in like mud and sadness and just pain, and somehow it tasted like a beautiful cake. What am I going on about? It is fantastic. I really enjoyed that. So far, oh my god, it's actually almost 7 minutes. Pack a lunch. Love what I'm hearing. The second part after the chorus, where the vocals of her main vocals drifted a bit back and the choir effect was louder, that is such a transitional like vocal thing where you just have such an impact of what was previously in the background now taking center stage. It really, really fills up every bit of space on that audio canvas. Hard to imagine there will be room for anything else, but I promise you there will. Pause there. And shout out, first of all, Leather Pants for Days. This is a fantastic verse because all the happiness just went, we'll see you later. We'll catch you in the next chorus. A very different tonal shift in it. I really like it. I think because it's so unexpectedly joyous, this is like a darker twist to it. I don't know the lyrics. I will read them after. I normally do, but I'm not really a lyric person. My brother says I'm about as deep as a puddle. He might be right. The bass there is just the hero, isn't it? There's nice little guitar frills and lead pieces coming in. We know they can play. It's a 7-minute song, pretty much. I am going to bet my last penny on it that there are going to be some solos, so I'm sure we'll hear them shine, but I like their restraint to empower the song to add value. What the bassist is doing there is incredible because it actually ties back to what you hear in a lot of like old school rock and roll and blues, where there'd be that open verse piece with the bass just doing like kind of like a funky element, except this has got all of the gain. It's got all of the drive on it. Not even really a distortion. It's like a fuzz and a drive. Nobody else at this current time, if they were at home with their fuzz and drive pedals, they wouldn't work because he's using all of it. And I'm here for it. That's the vocal thing I was talking about. Listen out for this. So her voice, you can hear it. It's obviously quite packed into the choir effect, but I move around a lot. People keep asking me if I'm like on the spectrum and stuff. It's quite rude, but I guess, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Like, let me do my thing, I like to move because it helps me listen a little deeper if I'm able to like push things and look around things. And I'm doing this because it sounds like at the end of that chorus piece, her main vocals sitting in the front. How do I show you this? Like this and like that. And they kind of wave down and come around the back of the choir vocal, which then takes a little bit more of an upfront sound. And the reason I'm not sure if that's actually true, but the reason that I perceive it to be true is because of the pitch of everything shifting up. So the sound is a lot more sharp and it's pushed through a lot more. Whenever you have a group of vocals doing that, it kind of feels like that's going to be the primary. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. Have a listen for it. It's right here. I've only gone back like 10 seconds. But it does sound like hers drips off and that climbs over on top and then she packs in just slightly behind it. Stop there. This is quite a cool challenge for you guys. If you are interested in practicing active listening, your eyes are going to be really helpful in the beginning. You'll find that the better you get at it, the more you want to close your eyes. But you can, whenever you see the keyboard player doing a lot of frills and intricacies, when there's so much music happening, so much volume, and I don't mean in terms of sound, I mean like frequency, amount of sound, like a wall just all packed in. We talk about the canvas being painted. It is very colorful right now. And then you see his hands move and your ears go, hang on a second, can I hear it? Because it's not a primary sound at all. In fact, it's very far back in the mix. Not through effects that make it do that, but just I think from a volume point of view or like a frequency point of view. So when you see it, your ears try and pick it up. Try and hear what he's doing because it's adding a lot of like very subtle intricacy in the back. Very talented. Also just him swirling that keyboard around. It's like his own world. And I love it. Big fan. It's like a very Egyptian kind of scale. Hang on, that's cool there too. That's something else you don't get on albums. So like they've got the visual effects, the bangs of the pyro, and they've got those steam jets that are coming up, and you can actually hear it because they're very loud. You can hear it because it's coming through the mics on the stage. All of them. Anything, if they're miking up any of their guitar cabs, if they are her mic, the vocal mics, and then obviously the drum mics, and you hear that. But it adds this atmospheric layer of audio, which just feels like it fits, and it makes the job of those guys controlling those elements so important. A lot of it is timed on different units. Sometimes it can be, but here, just getting the timing of it right, so it actually adds, auditory wise, it adds value, not just from a visual point of view. Fantastic. Hey, Epica, right? So this is a dumb question, but like very epic. Is Epica like just a made up thing, that word, or does it? That I'm gonna stop asking the question.
Someday you'll open up again. Someday you'll have to reach for new endeavors to perceive beyond endless sight. Someday you start to live your life.
Responding with anger, responding with speed. The choice is all mine.
Hang on. There it is. There's the turmoil. I like them. They're extremely melodic, but they know how to tell a story. When I was very young, I remember writing as many songs as I could, and that's great. But when you learn the difference between writing songs and telling stories, even musically, not just through vocals, you appreciate the art behind it. This is fantastic. I love this violent twist where they're cutting bars short and then emphasizing, so you get uncomfortable with the feeling that it's not resolved. There isn't that standard 4-count finish. It's just, the energy's just shifted. Obviously the screaming vocal, we've heard that before. It's fantastic. Like, they balance it out so well, the light and dark. It is the most contrast you're going to hear, especially within this band, with that operatic, beautiful, delicate but powerful sound, but then this guttural roaring of just the vocals are just that insane. Big fan of this. Now early on in the video, I bet all my money we're going to hear some solos. I'm going to need some solos.
This is more life on earth, but in time lost on mankind. We are almighty now. We found the alchemy of life. We are all dominant here. We are the force in control.
We'll let you build up again. Give us a second. Yeah, let us talk. Yes. Well, now I don't have to be poor because I bet all my money. Such understanding of like the fact that you don't need to show off. You know, solos are about showing off a little, and there's nothing wrong with that. But knowing that you can also just enhance the melody. There were parts where he was doing loads of like nice runs, but then there were really nice melodic, slower bits with long bends that were emphasizing an earlier melody. It's melodic foreshadowing. It is fantastic, and I have a lot of admiration for guitarists who are so comfortable and confident in their ability that they don't have to show it all the time. I mean,
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. The most beautiful show of this tour.
that's amazing. Oh, no, we're not doing another one. Not just yet. I don't know why my autoplay is on. It should be off. I wanted to see if anyone else reacted to it like I normally do, but amazing. Yes, give me more every day. Loved that. You know, the chorus, I was interested to see if the chorus is going to evolve a little bit more, and it didn't, and it doesn't need to, because the chorus is effectively broken into two parts, which you would normally see as a post-chorus in a regular shorter song. The impact was there from the beginning, and it was so intense that it didn't need to be qualified or restrained or enhanced in any way. It was really, really fantastic. I loved that. Love the visual presence of everything, with kind of the lighting, the steam jets, that shower that was golden. Looked amazing. They are so good. Look, whenever you record live music, it gets, you know, that's not coming out of the engineer's desk and onto a YouTube video. They clean it up. They're, you know, trying to eliminate any unnecessary crowd noise or bangs, or they're trying to EQ and master it in a way that it can be used as a live kind of recording, things like that. There's a lot of cleanup that happens. It doesn't take away from the brilliance of capturing that sound and playing that live on stage to make sure that it is at that level, that expertise, that quality. Just remarkable, really. A very, very big fan of this band, and I really like them. I think they're obviously one of the pillars of symphonic metal. I think they embody symphonic metal better than anybody that I've heard. And I know there's a lot of people out there going, well, what about Nightwish? Well, of course, symphonic metal at its core, huge, but they are distinctly different. And I think for somebody who is new to symphonic metal, the contrast is more evident here. And I think that's a fair thing to say. It's just their own style. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Would love to do more, and will do more. I'm not going to do one next week because I want to spread it out a bit. But let me know if there's like another band that I've done in the past. I am doing more Nightwish. I mentioned that. I'm just trying to give some thought to how I do it in a way that is adding value to the reaction scene. I don't want to just be doing another... Look, the way I do videos, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it doesn't take lots of hard work to get to a point where you can explain music and listen the way that I do on these, and I'm very proud of that. So I think all the reactions I'm very proud of, and I think they have added value to the reaction space and to the Nightwish reaction space specifically. But I want to think of a new way to add value. I don't want to be stuck in the mud like a lot of people who just keep churning them out and sticking their faces in a small box. Hoping that'll do the trick. I want to add significant value. I want there to be a chapter 2. But yeah, Epica just killed. Absolutely murdered. It was fantastic, and I'm big fan. Can't wait for more. So let me know which other ones you'd like, and also let me know if there's a band, you know, that I've done and haven't revisited, big or small, whatever it is. Often when I see the comments come through and I'll read and I'll go, oh, I haven't looked at them for a while. So like it really does help me. And especially if you have like a video link you can put in, that's massive for me, because then, you know, you'd be surprised how many people go, not that one, this one, use the wrong link. That one's got, I don't know, an Austrian sheep farmer sound that you missed. What do I know? I'm just a guy in a room in the UK. I appreciate you all. That was fantastic. Please, until the next time, be safe. Be super nice to each other and have a damn good day.